hope you are having a fantastic day. Today we are checking out the first Descendant meme weapon Fallen Hope, that with Season 2 Episode 2 and the new multi-hit chance and damage addition to the game actually become enjoyable and very consistent weapon to use with Serena against Tormentor and possibly in other content. So grab a drink, get comfy, and let's see what's this about. Before we check out the builds, we need to cover the basics on how multi-hit chance and multi-hit damage actually works. The key things to know: all weapons' default multi-hit chance is 0, so you increase it with mods or other Descendant specific abilities. Each weapon has a default multi-hit damage multiplier. Multi-hit chance can go above 100%, which means that you may even see 3 or more multi-hits per shot. Each multi-hit can crit and include all other damage variables, like attribute damage. Enemies don't have multi-hit resistance, which is great when it comes to fighting bosses. When it comes to this Fallen Hope build, these are the numbers that we have together with Flying Sirene's synergy. Multi-hit chance 109.76% as the base, and can go up to 166.76%. Multi-hit damage 2.685x. To put these numbers into perspective so we better understand the impact of multi-hit that we see on the screen right now. To get out equally the same damage output from the same firearm attack, this will be like having 100% critical hit rate Fallen Hope with up to 5.47x critical hit damage multiplier. I hope this helps you understand the damage impact from the multi-hit numbers that we have in this build. Please let me know if you would like to see a more in-depth multi-hit chance explanation video in the comments. Let's cover the basics of the unique abilities. I won't go into nitty-gritty on the stats, but we will cover the key unique abilities. First of all, it has a 4.55% attribute status effect trigger rate, which is important to know and remember for later. That being said, you don't need a toxic Descendant to trigger special abilities as long as you keep it as a toxic based attribute damage weapon which can inflict poison. The poison lasts for 5 seconds and deals additional damage every 2.5 seconds. When you are hitting a poisoned enemy, you have an additional 30% firearm attack. The explosion ability is not relevant in our current build, as we are fighting a single target. However, in mobbing, when you are fighting many close targets, you have a 40% chance to trigger explosion, which deals additional 75% firearm attack to targets in 6 meter radius, plus inflicts poison to those targets. Okay, now we covered all the basics. Let's dive into the build. The roles for the weapon should be weak point damage, bonus firearm attack versus Colossus, firearm attack, and toxic attack. When it comes to cores, I am using firearm attack, bonus firearm attack versus Colossus, 1 toxic attack, and fire rate. When it comes to yellow core, it's not important and you can put there whatever you want. However, there is an alternative way how you can core this. You can use 2 toxic attack, where one of those is in the free slot, and replace bonus firearm attack with just a firearm attack. Overall, it is a non-crit build with focus on weak point and multi-hit chance and damage increase. As you can see, I also do not use refining reinforcement mode and use weak point sight instead, which gives more DPS if you target weak points. When it comes to the team play, the only difference is that we replace Ultra Precision Strike with multi-circulation. To get benefits out of this mod, you must start with buffing your team at the spawn and use your first ability on them. After some testing, I stuck with this tree, as it gave me the best results and even several 4-second clears of Tormentor. I tried some other routes, but I started losing some consistency and I wasn't happy with the output. The reactor is straightforward and you can use any type of reactor with skill cooldown and duration rolls if possible. For the components, the priority is to have at least 2 pieces of Distorted Resolved set for an extra 5.6% firearm attack. Other 2 pieces can be from any other set of your choice, as long as the main stat of those components is the max HP. In this build, all 3 invasion reinforcements are a very important part of the build. Strike point amplification gives you up to 27% of weak point damage for 30 seconds. Toxic focus rounds gives you additional 24% toxic attack of your firearm attack. Aerial Maneuvering Rider is the must-have in this build if you are using Serena, which gives you additional multi-hit chance of 18% when you are airborne. Okay, let's check out the Serena's build. Let's start with the solo build. This is the build that I'm using for solo clears for all bosses. The most important part is that it is using Valkatite Rope and Conditional Recharge for an extra 30% firearm attack. However, this is strictly just a solo play and not used in a team play, as you are expected to be buffed and lose the Valkatite Rope benefits unless you play and coordinate a team and you know that nobody will buff you. For the team play, I do use another build with a small chain. The build is almost the same, except we replace the Valkatite Rope and Conditional Recharge with Passionate Sponsor, which actually gives up to 75% firearm attack increase, which is even more compared to Valkatite Rope. If you use this build, you must play with other people and use your first ability at the spawn to buff your teammates. Depending on your cooldown, you should heal at least one of your teammates every 10 to 12 seconds to keep the firearm attack buff active. So here you have it. In my opinion, very consistent and quick farming build for the green ETA vouchers. And on top of that, we have very good use for Fallen Hope. I hope you enjoyed the video and learned one or more new things from it. Please like, subscribe and check out my other social links in the description to connect. I appreciate you watching so far and hope to see you in Albion. Cheers guys!